Stop leaving your money in the bank. When you're leaving your money in the bank, your money is losing value. Instead, you want to invest your money so that your money can grow and make more money for you. Now I get it. The question you're asking is, where exactly can you invest your money so that your money can grow and make you more money? That's the reason why I am making this video today. Because in this video, I want to share with you the 10 best high returns investments in Nigeria. And regardless of how much you have, there is an investment opportunity for you that you can start with. So whether you have 5,000 naira, or you have 100,000 naira, or you have 1 million naira, or you have 5 million naira to invest, there is always an investment opportunity that you can start with. I would like us to get something very straight, and that is the difference between saving and investing. When you are saving, you are simply keeping your money safe. You are storing your money, but your money is not growing. But when you are investing, you are sending your money on errand so your money can work for you and, of course, make more money for you. So when you save your money in the bank can pay you around 3 to 4%. Meanwhile, inflation in Nigeria is over 20%. There is no way you want to grow wealth by earning such interest on your money left in the bank. If you are serious about building wealth, you want to look for ways that you can invest your money and earn very high returns. And that is why I want to share with you the 10 best high returns investments in Nigeria. I'm going to categorize them into 3, which would be the short-term investment, the mid-term investment, and the long-term investment. I'll share with you exactly how each investment opportunity works. I'll tell you exactly how much you need to get started, plus how you can go about investing in each of these investments. So let's start with the short-term investment opportunities. The very first one we have is treasury bills, aka T-bills. So treasury bills is a government investment that allows you to loan money to the government and then you get paid interest. So basically, they have the 91 days period, they have the 182 days period, and also they have the 364 days period. So depending on any one that you want to go for. But if you are investing in treasury bills, you are going to be paid your interest upfront. So here's exactly how it works. Let's say you want to invest in treasury bills and you are going for the one of 364 days period and you want to invest 100,000 naira at a 10% interest. What you're going to invest will be 90,000 naira. Then at the end of your investment cycle, what they are going to return to you will be 100,000 naira. So that 10,000 naira that you did not invest initially will now become your interest, right? That's exactly how the treasury bills investment works. So how much do you need to invest and how exactly can you invest? If you are investing in treasury bills using an app like Bamboo, the minimum investment is 10,000 naira. If you are investing using an app like Afro Investor 2.0, the minimum investment is 100,000 naira. And if you are investing using a platform like Stanbic IBTC Brokers, the minimum investment is 500,000 naira. So you can decide to go with any of these platforms depending on your financial capacity. And the second investment we have under the short-term investment is the money market mutual funds. So here, your money and that of other investors is being pulled by a professional who then goes ahead to invest the money into short-term and low-risk investment opportunities like bonds, treasury bills, commercial papers, and etc. So when they make money from all of this investment, it is out of that money, they now pay all their investors dividend. Most money market mutual funds return around 18 to 20% interest per annum. And there are a lot of them out there that you can invest into. But the two I can recommend to you is the Stanbic IBTC money market mutual funds and the AfriVest Plotters Fund. You can find these two money market mutual funds inside the CarryWise app. If you don't have an account with CarryWise, I'll leave the link to create one in the video description. The minimum you need to start investing in the money market mutual funds is 5,000 naira. So with as low as 5,000 naira, you can get started with investing. The third one we have under short-term investment opportunities is commercial papers. Commercial papers is a short-term debt instrument that is issued by large and reputable companies. You want to look at it like lending money to Dangote Cement, Boa Cement, or MTN Nigeria, and then upon maturity, you get paid interest. Usually, the duration for commercial papers investment is 270 days. And at the end of your investment period, you are going to be paid your interest. You can earn up to 24% interest by investing in commercial papers, and you can use platforms like FBN Quest Afrivest 2.0, and United Capital to invest in commercial papers. And the last one we have under the short-term investment opportunities is a high-yield savings account. Instead of keeping your money in the bank where your money is losing value or you get paid very little or no interest at all, you can simply put your money in a high-yield savings account. Most high-yield savings account pays up to 22% interest per annum. Think about platforms like PiggyVest, think about platforms like Optimus or even Cowrywise. These are very good platforms that pays you high interest just for keeping your money with them. When you are keeping your money in a high savings account, you are saving your money, except for the fact that you get paid a much better interest here compared to saving your money in a regular savings account. So now we are done with the short-term investment opportunities that can pay you high interest. Now let's move on to the mid-term investment opportunities that can also pay you high interest. And the very first one is the federal government savings bond, aka FGN savings bond. So this is a government investment opportunity where you simply loan your money to the government and then you get paid interest in return. And the interest is being paid to you every 3 months. So when you invest in FGN savings bond, you get paid interest every 3 months. There is usually a 2 years tenor and a 3 years tenor, depending on anyone you want to go for. But at the end of your investment cycle, your capital is going to be returned to you. Over the years, FGN savings bonds has been paying around 15 to 18% interest per annum. And the minimum you need to invest is 5,000 naira. For you to be able to invest in the FGN savings bond, you need to have a stockbroker account. So if you don't have one yet, you may need to create one with a licensed stockbroker. You can use Afrivest, you can use Stanbic IBTC Broadcast, you can use Cardinal Stone or any other licensed stockbroker. Because when the window to invest is open, your stockbroker is going to notify you. The window to invest in FGN savings bond is always open in the first week of every month. So when it's opened, your stockbroker will notify you, then you can proceed to invest. So let's look at the next investment under the midterm, and that is mutual funds. Mutual funds is an investment opportunity where your money and that of other investors is being pooled by a professional funds manager. This funds manager will go ahead to invest this money on your behalf into different financial instruments. The goal here is that you don't have to bother yourself about what you are going to invest into. So you're not thinking about, should I invest in stocks? Should I invest in treasury bills? Should I invest in commercial papers or real estate? You don't bother your head about that because these funds managers already know exactly where to invest your money so that your money can bring very good returns. There are different types of mutual funds. We have the equity mutual funds that invest basically in stocks. We also have the money market mutual funds. These ones actually invest in short-term financial instruments. And then we have the balanced mutual funds that invest in the mixture of both, right? So they invest in a whole lot of things. So these are the different types of mutual funds that we have. And you can choose to invest in any of them. If you want to invest in mutual funds, you can use platforms like FSDH, Cowrywise, or Optimus. And the last one we have under the midterm is the Nigerian stock market. You can start investing in Nigerian stock market with as little as 5,000 naira. You can invest in companies like MTN Nigeria. You can invest in Dangote Cement. You can invest in FCMB. You can invest in Fidelity Bank. You can invest in Honeywell Flour Mills and several other companies listed on the Nigerian stock market. The Nigerian stock market did very well this year. As a matter of fact, some companies has returned over 100%. Some has returned over 200%. Let's use a company like MTN for instance. At the beginning of this year, the share price of MTN was selling for around 200 naira, but right now it is selling for around 470 naira. So you can see that this company has returned over 180%. So if you invest in the Nigerian stock market, it is one good investment that can bring you very high returns. If you want to invest in the Nigerian stock market, you can do that through a stockbroker or any licensed investment app. You can use platforms like Bamboo, you can use AfriInvestor 2.0, you can use Chaka, you can even use Yocha. All of these platforms allows you to create a broker account and then you proceed to start investing in Nigerian stocks. So we are done with the midterm investment opportunities. Now we can proceed to look at the long-term investment opportunities. And the first one we have is real estate. Of course, you know, I can't talk about long-term investment opportunities without mentioning real estate. Real estate is one good investment that can help you to make a lot of money. But I must be honest with you that real estate investment is capital intensive. However, the returns is also huge. So real estate can make you very good amount of money. But if you want to invest in real estate, you have to approach it with a long-term mindset. So firstly, it is capital intensive. And secondly, you are not going to make back your money as fast as you think. All right. That's the reason why you have to be patient with this investment. All right. So if you want to invest in real estate, maybe you want to buy land and then you want to build rental properties, you are going to need a lot of money. As a matter of fact, you're going to need millions of naira before you are able to do that. But if you don't have a lot of money to venture into real estate, you can actually go through the back door by investing in what we call REIT. REIT simply means Real Estate Investment Trust. So these are companies that owns and manages real estate income producing assets, right? So basically, I call it the mutual funds of real estate because they collect money from different investors and then they invest this money into real estate portfolios. They can invest in shortlets, they can invest in hotels, they can invest in shops, they can invest in shopping malls. And when they collect rent, it is out of that rent and now pay their investors dividend. So it's a way for you to collect rent without owning physical real estate. Do you understand now? So that's exactly how REIT works. So it's a way for you to earn rent from real estate investment without owning any physical property. Some of the popular REITs we have in Nigeria is SFS REIT, we have Union Home REIT, we also have UPDC REIT. If you have a stockbroker account with any licensed stockbroker, you can find any of these REITs on their platform. They can go ahead to invest. You don't need to have a lot of money to get started. Even with as little as 5,000 naira, you can actually invest in any of these real estate investment trusts. And the next one that we have in the long-term investment is the US stock market. From your smartphone and right here in Nigeria, or if you're a Nigerian living in the diaspora, you can actually start investing in the US stock market. I mean, you can own a share in the US economy. You can invest in companies like Amazon. You can invest in companies like Netflix, Apple, Meta, Pinterest, and etc. You don't need to have a lot of money to be able to do this. With as little as $1 or $10 or $20, you can actually invest in these companies. One thing I love about US stocks is that even though you don't have the complete money to buy a particular stock, you can own fractional shares, which is unlike Nigerian stocks. What exactly does that mean? So let's say in the Nigerian stock market, the share price of a particular stock is 10,000 naira. It means that if you don't have 10,000 naira, you cannot buy that particular stocks. But when you go to the US stock market, if the share price of a particular stock is $200, even though you don't have $200 and all you have is just $1, you can still buy that particular stocks by owning fractional shares. So that's the good thing I love about the US stock market. If you want to invest in the US stock market, you can use platforms like Bamboo, you can use Optimus, you can use RiseVest, you can use Truth. All these platforms allows you to invest in the US stock market. So let's move on and look at the last one, which is gold. Gold investments can bring you very high returns. And if there is one thing I know about gold investment is the fact that the value of gold does not drop. No matter how bad the economy is, the value of gold is always going up. If you would have bought gold for 100,000 naira as at last year, right now that gold will be worth more than that money. So you can actually invest in gold for the long term by buying original 24 karat gold and storing it. You can buy gold and keep, and then you wait for it to appreciate in value before you now proceed to sell the gold. But just like real estate, if you don't have a lot of money to invest in gold, because I mean, investing in gold can be capital intensive, but if you don't have a lot of money to invest in gold, you can as well go through the back door by investing in gold ETF. A gold ETF is basically like a company that allows you to invest in gold digitally through the stock market. So they allow you to own gold without having to hold a physical gold, and you don't need to have a lot of money to invest in gold ETF. So I did a comprehensive video here on my channel on how to invest in gold ETF. I'll leave the link to that video in the description of this video. So once you're done watching this video, you can proceed to go and watch that video. So basically, these are the 10 best high interest investments for Nigerians. And there is always a place that you can start from. Whether you want to invest for passive income or for capital growth, or you want to invest for long-term growth, there is a place that you can start from. and you don't need to have a lot of money for you to start investing. With as little as 5,000 naira, you can get started right now. What will matter most is the fact that you are going to stay consistent. Now, my recommendation would be, if you are a beginner, you can get started by investing in the money market mutual funds. And then when your feet are not standing well, you can proceed to start investing in stocks. But if you feel like you want to get started with investing in stocks right away, then of course you can join my free stocks investment masterclass. I'll leave the link down there in the video description. And also you can find the link in the first comment of this video. So that will be all for now. If you find this information helpful, do well to like this video, share it, and also leave a comment for me down there in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.